Item number 1 is citizen concerns. I don't see anybody here other than employees and department heads. Karen, do we have anybody on the phone?
Mr. Holmes.
Oh, okay. Matthew,
Hello, sir.
thanks for joining. Any citizen concerns? America? I'll take that as a no. Today, item 2, approval of the agenda. I will move that.
Second.
Motion by DeWitt, second by Raddick. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Passes 5-0. Items 3 through 7 constitute a consent agenda of routine action items to be considered by one motion. Items pass unanimously unless a separate vote is required by a board member. Item 3 is approval of the minutes of the April 27th meeting. 4 is approval of claims. 5, human resources, approval of memorandum of personnel transactions. 6 is secondary roads, approve the permit to work in the county right-of-way for Lee Westergaard. 7, building services, approval of items to be auctioned per personal property disposition policy.
I'll move the consent agenda.
Motion by Raddick, second by DeWitt. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Passes 5-0. Recess the Board of Supervisors meeting and convene Wolf Creek Drainage District Trustee meeting.
I'll move the approval of the minutes.
Second.
Motion by Raddick, second by Monson to approve the, what did you approve?
Minutes of the April 27th, 2021 meeting.
Oh, there we go. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Passes 5-0. We will adjourn the Wolf Creek Drainage District and continue the Board of Supervisors meeting. Item 9, secondary roads, Mark Nera. I would just inform Mr. Nera that we are on track to have a record-setting meeting here.
I just have the,
Not that I'm trying to kick it,
the resolution to close and vacate the roads that we had the hearing about 2 weeks ago. We are investigating what we'll have to do with the quit claims. Some of those we may be able to do just with line descriptions. A couple we may have to go out and locate pins on though.
Okay.
We're trying to do it as quickly and efficiently as we can. For now, you're going to close and vacate the road rights of way. We'll come back with the quit claims in a couple of weeks.
I'll move the resolution.
Motion by Raddick, second by DeWitt. Any other discussion, questions for Mark? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Item 10, Board Administration, Mr. Butler.
Today, we're setting a public hearing for the fiscal 21 budget amendment number 1 for May 25th at 4:40 p.m.
I'll move that.
Second. Munson.
Motion by Raddick, second by Monson to set the public hearing for FY 21 budget. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed say nay. Passes 5-0. Mark, I have, if there's only one thing to sign, I have it here for you. Reports on committee meetings.
There was not a meeting, but the Cherokee Mental Health sent notice that they no longer will require a 14-day quarantine for kids going into the center, which makes no sense. If you broke your leg, would you sit there for 14 days? That's all I got.
Mr. Reddick? I'm going to assume that Mr. Ung had no committee meetings being out of country. I did attend via Zoom or phone the last Rolling Hills meeting last week, and once again, the Rolling Hills region opted to take no action on purchasing the property at the Crisis Center on Division Street with legislation, I shouldn't say pending, but under discussion in Des Moines about going back to state-run mental health issues. It was advised that this might not be a good time to be purchasing real estate for our region. We took that to heart, and we have made no Should Sioux Rivers come back with some spectacular price, that we would at least call a special meeting to talk about that. So at this point, there's been no action on purchasing that property. Round two of citizen concerns. If any of our thousands of viewers on the phone ready to,
No one else on the phone.
there is no one else on the phone. Board concerns.
I will be calling in next week from Tennessee.
Okay. Mr. Reddick,
Happy Mother's Day.
there you go. A couple items of interest. What is it? The Sioux City Hotel and Conference Center has approached the board office and, in lack of better terms, asking for leniency or some guidance on how to proceed. They are $227,000 in arrears on their property taxes. It seems to be the deed holders sold the property on contract, and they've had 3 bad years since 2018 to today. Special assessments, including the Skywalk, which is a city issue, I believe, are totaling around $37,000, which is, yeah, that's between the city and them, not us. But it's like I just said, I'm kind of warning the rest of the board members that that may be coming in front of us for some action or inaction or whatever we might choose to do with it, so. Okay, that's all I had was Rolling Hills and the hospitality on the Sioux City Hotel. Mr. Young?
Maybe a question for Dennis. What's the date that we'll know if there's going to be an appeal or not on the gravel suit?
We had 30 days from the date it was actually filed, which is April 22nd. Our attorney is talking to their attorney, tell them, basically, don't waste your time, or what their ideas are. I saw by the paper, Early Wine's going to the next board meeting to make some kind of recommendation. So I did talk to the mayor, and he was going to talk to the board president down there also, trying to, dissuade him not to appeal it. So we're kind of in a holding pattern at the moment. So by May 22nd.
Way to not to appeal it.
What?
To not appeal it.
To not appeal it,
Right.
correct. Correct. So hopefully they don't decide not to appeal it, and we can start moving on with our bond issue.
Wasn't there a bus accident today?
Near,
You want to address that?
we're still on course to have a record meeting here.
Yes, there was.
Fortunately, as the sheriff says, no major injuries and so
Yeah,
forth.
there was, just outside Bronson, the Bronson Elementary School, report of one maybe leg injury, minor, and that was it.
Was that on a gravel road? I mean, did we know?
It was on a gravel road, yes.
Okay, well, maybe that should be considered before they decide in their board meeting.
Thank you. Any other, and not to make light of children's potentially being injured, that is not a joke whatsoever, that is.
It's being taken very seriously.
Yes, as it should. So let's find out what the problem was and hopefully it won't happen again anywhere.
I'd move to adjourn.